let's jump straight into the Apex Trader funding rules. If you're clicking on this video, you're probably about to purchase an account and you're wondering what the benefits are. How do these accounts actually work? Are they worth it? And do they even actually pay out? In this video, I'm going to quickly go over all the rules that really should apply to you if you're going to be buying these accounts and if they actually pay out or not. And I'll actually show you guys the right results, how they pay out, do they actually pay out, how much can you get paid out, how easy it is to get paid out, and all of those types of things. Okay, so if you appreciate me diving right into it in this video, make sure you go down below right now, like this video, and comment the word Apex if you're interested in watching the rest of this video, because we're about to dive in real quick and show you guys exactly how these accounts work and if they're really worth it for you at all. So other than that, let me stop yapping and get right into it. First off, let's get the question out real quick. I have already gotten multiple payouts from Apex before. I'm recently getting back into them just because I switched to other firms that I liked a little more, but they're definitely good to have because you can have a bunch of accounts, and I'll break all that down in this video in a second. So I've gotten multiple payouts from Apex. You can see I posted them all on my Instagram story here, as you can see. They were actually my first ever funded account payout when I first turned 19 years old, or I was actually 18 and I got my first payout trading on Apex. Okay, now now that you know they do actually pay out if you follow their rules. Okay, you can have up to 20 Apex Trader funding accounts, and let's go over the costs real quick on them so you understand the costs and the types of accounts. So they have various different types of accounts. The ones mainly that we're going to be covering here in this video is just the regular futures Tradevate accounts. Tradevate, you can trade on pretty much every single platform that is widely used. So you can connect it to TradingView, you can connect it to NinjaTrader, obviously Tradevate, and then a bunch of other platforms as well. And it makes it super easy to trade on. Tradevate accounts are super quick. They work. I really never have any issues with them. So I definitely recommend going with the Tradevate accounts. Though I did get my start on their Rhythmic accounts, which is a different system that controls on the back end, and I just prefer using Tradevate. Okay, so now once we're looking at Tradevate already, what I always take a look at is don't actually focus on the price that they tell you here. So here they say the 50K full accounts, for example, which is the ones that I use. 50K full says that it's 187 a month. First off, it's never that much because they're always running a discount. Okay, now if you guys want to get the discount, they have an 80% off sale going on right now, and sometimes they boost it up to 90%. But if you want to know that you're always getting the highest discount ever, make sure you guys go down to the link in the description of this video and use code NARDO if you want to buy them, and click the link down below, and that'll give you the highest discount code while supporting me if this video helped you guys out. I'll remind you guys later on in this video as well. So I like going with the 50K full account because if you realize this, a lot of people don't notice and they go straight, oh, I'm going to go for the 300K account and I'm going to pass it and make a bunch of money. Listen to yourself, okay? First off, how do these funded accounts work? You probably already know. So to pass a funded account, there's drawdown period, and then there's a profit target. Okay, so there's a drawdown and then there's a target. A drawdown amount is how much you can lose on the account before you blow it and lose it and have to buy a new one. Profit target is what you have to hit without breaking any of the rules so you can actually make money and pass your account, right? So the most important thing is the drawdown. Now, what a lot of people don't understand, and we'll go over that later on this video, but the drawdown, first you have to understand the ratio of the drawdown versus the profit target to make it as easy as possible for you to actually pass these accounts and actually make it worth it to pass the accounts. Okay, so trailing drawdown, when we look at the 300K, the ratio on this is almost a 1-to-3. Okay, so we have $7,500 that you can lose, and then so you can pass the account is $20,000. That makes absolutely no sense, right? Why would you go with that? It's super hard to pass, especially when I explain something later on in this video. Now, if we go down to the other accounts, I don't know what I just did. If we go down to the other accounts, the 50Ks and the 25Ks, now we're getting somewhere that it's pretty easy to pass these accounts. So if we're looking at 25K, I started out with these, I believe. Very good accounts. Profit goal is 1,500 and the drawdown is 1,500. So you got to make 1,500, but you can't lose 1,500. A 1-to-1 R. Fairly simple, right, guys? Okay. Now, profit goal on the 50K, it's almost a 1-to-1. It's a little over a 1-to-1, but you can withdraw way more money on these accounts. So I just stopped using 25Ks. I started using 50Ks. Once you start getting into the 100K, you'll see that it's a 1 to 2 R to pass them. You're going to be blowing a lot of money trying to pass these accounts. So I would definitely keep it on these, especially because, guys, you can have 20 of these accounts, okay? You don't need to be going for a 300K. That's going to be impossible to make your money, okay? Like, you really don't, okay? So 50K account, 25K account, you can have up to 20 of these accounts. Make it simple on yourself, okay? Now let's actually dive into the rules. So real quick, I'll explain. These are actually payout rules, but let me explain the eval rules, and let me explain basically what trailing drawdown means, which should be in here as well, which a lot of people don't understand, okay? And it might not be here, but basically trailing drawdown, listen to this real quick, okay? Trailing drawdown, and I'll actually make trailing threshold, trailing drawdown rule. All right, so you guys can understand. All right, let's read this, guys. In a performance account, the trailing drawdown starts at the liquidation threshold. Okay, a 50K, let's go straight into the example. A 50K account has a safety net of $52,600. Okay, which is the $2,500 drawdown plus $100. Okay. Now, your drawdown, the amount that you can lose in an account, follows you up until you hit that safety net. So, for example, on a 50K account, let's say you start fresh on a 50K account. Let me pull out the calculator for you guys, okay? You start on a fresh 50K account. You got 50,000. Now, first day you make $500, okay? $500. Now, since it follows you, we all know you can't lose more than $2,500 on this account. Normally on every other prop firm, now at the end of the day for the next day, now you can't hit $48,000 before you blow your account. Compared to when you first started the account, it was $47,500, which is what you started at, right? You started the drawdown there, so the account can't hit that spot. The difference between Apex and other props is that it's intraday trailing. So the intraday trailing means that even if you don't close a position, whatever your account peaked at, that's where that number gets subtracted from. Okay, so $2,500, think about it like this, super easy. $2,500 gets subtracted from the highest point of your account ever. Okay, up until you surpassed 52,600, and then it will not keep following you up. Okay, the highest it can go up to is $50,100. Okay, $50,100. Okay, so seems kind of complicated. Type down in the comments if you still don't understand it, but let's dive into other rules. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to say, let's say you start up a fresh account, you take a trade and you actually end up break even, but inside your trade, you actually went up $100 before hitting break even. So you made no money, and you close out the day still at $50,000, but during the trade, it was up to $100. Now you're looking at $50,000 minus $2,400 because your thing went up by $100, even though you didn't close it. It's trailing. So they make it a little difficult to work with that, but it's not that big of a deal because it only affects you when you're at your peak. So it's really not a big a deal. A lot of people make it such a big deal. It really isn't if you're not full porting your account, which you're not allowed to do either. Let me show you guys. So let's go ahead and break down the rules real quick. Payout structure, they don't have specific payout windows anymore. They used to have, like, you can only request a payout for like 4 days out of the month twice, so like, you know, a week out of the month. Now the next requirements is to get a payout, you need 8 trading days. 5 of those trading days have to have profit of $50 or more. Okay, the other 3 days don't need a profit. Okay, they just need to be trading days. Okay, so 8 trading days with at least 5 of those days having a profit of $50 or more. Okay, it's different to other firms. Other firms require 3 winning days, 5 winning days. This is exactly how they want it. Okay, now safety net. In order to request a payout, you need to make the safety net, which is your drawdown amount plus $100. So on a 50K account, your drawdown is what? $2,500 plus 100. So you need to hit $52,600 on the account, so $2,600 profit before actually being able to request a payout. And you can request $500 once you're there, or if you keep growing your account, you can request more money from there. Okay, now usually they pay out fairly quickly. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty true. They do pay out. I have a lot of buddies that make a lot of money with Apex very quick payouts. I wouldn't really be worried about that. I would just be worried about making sure you follow all their rules and reading all the rules, okay? Now, this is something a lot of people don't understand, and this is why they won't get approved on their payouts, okay? Let's read this example. So, first off, let's read the definition. A lot of people trade without reading the rules, and please, you guys got to understand the rules. When requesting a payout, no single trading day should account for more than 30% of the total profit balance, okay? This is just the consistency rule, okay? So how it works, at the time of your request, your highest profit day since your last approved payout, or since you started the account if you're going for your first payout, can't be more than 30% of your total profit. That's literally it. Your biggest profit day cannot be more than 30% of your total profit when asking for a payout. So this is fairly simple. How to calculate it, you just divide your biggest profit day by 0.3, and there you go. You get your amount that you need to hit so you can request a payout. So, but it also have to meet the safety net of 2,600, right? So for example, let's say you're making $500 a day, right? Divide that by 0.3. Your biggest day ever on your account was $500. You need to hit $1,666 before you request a payout. But then you have to remember that doesn't meet the safety net requirement of $2,600. So you still need to get to $2,600 before requesting any money. So you have to mix those two to get a payout, okay? So here it is. Safety net for the first 3 payouts applies for the first 3 payouts only. And this is per account, by the way, not per like user, like per account, per funder account. So 3 payouts per funder account. So safety net definition. A safety net is defined as the amount equivalent to drawdown based on the account size plus an additional $100. We've already explained this. So the 50K is $2,500 plus $100. So you need to hit $2,600 in profit before wanting to ask for a payout. Okay. This applies to all accounts. Minimum payout $500. So it has to be $500, meaning when you get to that $2,600, you can withdraw $500 and it'll leave your account at $2,100, and then you can keep growing it. But you cannot withdraw until you're after $2,600, okay? So pretty easy to understand. Probation and payouts, this is just, sometimes they'll place accounts on probation if you're breaking the rules or doing stupid stuff. Don't do stupid stuff. Please read the rules, okay? 100% payout eligibility, 6 payout and beyond, then you can start withdrawing 100% of your profits. That is fairly simple, okay? Trading requirements. Obviously, you cannot be treating this like a casino, guys. Traders must use a consistent real-world trading strategy or system that reflects practices suitable for live trading, okay? You can't be doing no weird stuff. Pick a real strategy and trade it properly, okay, guys? Super simple, all right? Again, if you guys are about to buy one of these accounts and you want to support me for helping you break down these rules so you don't mess up and break the rules and get denied a payout. I've never gotten denied a payout from Apex. Make sure you guys use code NARDO, N-A-R-D-O, and head to the link down below in the description, all right? Contract size consistency. Okay, so contract sizes should reflect a consistent trading approach, allowing flexibility to adjust based on factors such as risk, market conditions, and volatility. Erratic spikes or inconsistent changes like trading 10 contracts one day and then 2 contracts the next day solely to secure a payout are not permitted. So they'll look at that type of stuff. So just trade super consistently so you can get your payouts, okay? Adjustments made to respond to market conditions are acceptable, okay? Adjustable based on strategy. As the account balance grows, contract sizes can be increased to reflect the scaling strategy. However, decreasing contract sizes should be done with a clear strategic rationale and not in a manner that suggests inconsistency, okay? So please, just be consistent with whatever you're doing so you don't get denied a payout. Contract scaling rule. I know they have a lot of rules, okay? Initial limit, okay? Traders are restricted to trading half of their maximum allowed contracts until they reach the trailing threshold stop, okay? So what does this mean? Until you build your safety net on a 50K that allows you to trade with 10 minis, you can only trade 5 minis, okay? You need to understand this. You can't be full porting 10 minis trying to make your buffer, okay? That's not how it works. For example, on a 50K performance account with a maximum of 10 contracts, initially 5 contracts. When the EOD balance reaches 52,600, then you can trade the full 10, okay? Very simple. Single violation penalty. More than half of the maximum allowed contracts are accidentally traded. Traders are expected to close out immediately, okay? So if you don't close out immediately, they'll deny your payout, okay? That's pretty much it. Risk management. Risk to reward ratio. A max of a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio applies to all trades. If the profit target is 10 ticks, the stop loss should not exceed 50 ticks. So this is in terms of negative RR, okay? You cannot be doing more than a 5 negative RR, okay? Violations of risk management rules may result in probation, account removal, or a warning. A trader aiming for 10 ticks of profit would not set up a stop loss exceeding 50 ticks. Setting a stop loss at 100 ticks would violate the rule, right? Because you can't do more than a negative 5 RR trade, which I don't know who the heck is trading negative 5 RR trades, okay? Now, you guys need to understand this rule. This is the one that most people miss and they don't understand. They're like, why did I get my payout denied? I don't understand. Guys, it's pretty simple. Let me fix my camera here. Don't mess this up, okay? 30% negative P&L rule. Okay, so there's a limit on losses. Open trades should not exceed a 30% negative drawdown from the account's profit balance. They give you an example. For a $50,000 account, if the profit balance is $4,000, a trader should not allow a drawdown exceeding $1,200. New or low profit accounts. For accounts that are new or have low profit, the 30% rule is based on the trailing threshold. So 30% of the 2,500 on a 50K account would be 750. So you can't risk more than $750 on a trade if you're starting your account, okay? So you literally cannot, all right? For a 50K account, if you accumulate $2,600 in profit and pass a safety net, your risk is calculated based on the 30% of that $2,600. If your profits rise to $5,200, your drawdown allowance can increase to $2,600, okay? Then just a bunch of stuff, risk management, one direction rule. This is pretty simple, guys. There's like no hedging. So single direction rule, traders are allowed only to hold a position in one direction at any time. You cannot be buying a buy and a sell at the same time. Okay, that's hedging basically. Flipping trades. Flipping is allowed. Traders are permitted to engage in flipping, which means opening and closing trades quickly within the same day. This practice can count towards a trading day as long as it aligns with Apex's requirements. Conditions for flipping. So this is how you can do flipping. Traders must achieve a minimum of profit of $50 per day. This must be done for at least 5 trading days. Okay, so you can get 5 days basically of $50 a day, and then you could flip for 3 days. That's what most people do. So dollar cost averaging. There's a summary here. I would definitely take a look at this page, guys, and I'll link this down below in this video as well for you guys to take a look at. But this is pretty much it. Apex is not bad at all. I'll definitely take a look at them, but you guys got to make sure you don't break any of the rules, okay? There's not that many rules, but it is definitely a lot more rules than other people, other funded account companies. So if you guys enjoyed this video at all, if it helped you guys in any single way to actually understand the rules for Apex, if you're lost, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe for more. I post trading content almost every single day, especially on my shorts. And if you guys want to support me again and you're buying an Apex funded account, make sure you guys use code NARDO when checking out with Apex so you can get the highest discount that they're currently offering, and you help me out at the same time. I'll link down below the link so you can get your accounts, and I'll also put this link for the rules down below for payouts, okay? Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.